Impact by Design 14/15 is an annual event that Creative Reaction Lab hosts, which showcased a lot of the projects that come through our social impact design enterprise labs. And it's a way to give designers the opportunity to come up with approaches and solutions for global issues.
Stories are the one renewable resource that every single person has. So you have a story, I have a story. Anyone that we meet on a street has a story to tell.
What I did was basically create a campaign to deflate stereotypes. Vibe switch.
It doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, what your religion is, what your sexuality is. It's just everyone's stereotype, no matter who you are. And you get to see that and realize that everyone's stereotyped, and you can just look beyond that face value and see people for who they really are.
I did an art installation actually in my backyard called Framed Perspectives, and that evolved into an online piece as well, where people submitted 154 different questions, all with the idea of how to make St. Louis better tomorrow than it is today.
A lot of the projects that I'm a part of, United Story, the Mirror Casket, Connected for Justice, Ferguson Beyond Today, Faces of the Movement, all of these projects were sparked from like that moment of like pure fear.
The phrase that kept coming to mind was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't. People would ask me, Travis, how are you going to get involved? I don't know. Travis, what should we do? I don't know. I just kept saying I don't know, and I'm a guy with solutions all the time. I always know what to do, and I was just at a loss.
When the Ferguson events happened, we kind of got together with Antoinette Carol, who is the head of Creative Reaction Lab, and we took this and we said, if there's ever some sort of solution, it's gonna have to start at like what people think and getting people talking. So
the police has shot a young person, a child, a teenager in cold blood and left his body in the street.
We want justice! 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 Justice!
I definitely think there's some crooked cops out there. There's always those few guys out there who ruin it for everyone.
It seems like we respond with violence way too quickly. The ability to take somebody else's life is too quick of a solution, and I would like for us to enter into more dialogue and try to find solutions that don't result in the loss of life.
Unfortunately, many times artists and designers have to overcome the stereotype that their only product is to be a visualizer of some business or just for some personal means, whereas design and artists, they think differently. And if we take that methodology of how they creatively problem solve and put it into the social sector, put it into the business, then we're going to have more innovative worldwide change. There's crime in every community. There's issues in every community. But we cannot expect a community that's been marginalized throughout the history of them being in America to be able to all of a sudden jump up and say, I'm equivalent to this powerful CEO that has received this birthright and has this history of being successful, and for us to be equal.
Take 2 seconds to really evaluate what other people are. It'll really help put an end to all of this different stuff that's going on in our community now.
We now have lay journalists. We no longer have the media that's depicting the messaging and giving them narration and saying this is what's happening. We have people on the ground with their cell phones saying, no, let me show you the real story.
The greatest St. Mark. This represents a bit of a shift. Meaning when you get there will be people training.
In a sense, art and design is about movement, whether it's actual physical movement or internal kind of reflection on something that may have happened in your life or may be happening in someone else's life.
Artists know how to look at things from different perspectives. Right? I think when we look at the challenges that we're facing in our region, we have to look at things from different perspectives. Secondly, an artist always knows that there's more than one right answer. That the finished product is a series of mistakes that are modified along the way until there's something beautiful to put on the wall or to put on the stage or to listen to through your ears.
When I pitched it in 2011, I had no idea that it was going to turn into something as great as this, and I couldn't be happier.